Hello guys and welcome to, I'm not going to say that. Alright guys, how's it going? And that still sounds weird. I guess first things first is let's talk about this hair or lack of. I used to have hair, a lot more of it anyway, and because of the current situation, I normally cut my own hair, but I decided to shave it. I'm fully aware it doesn't suit me. I normally wear a hat in my older vlog. You know what, I'm going to be as transparent as possible from now on with these vlogs. And yeah, this is it. Until it grows back, just get used to it, I guess. Anyways, right guys, so this is my first video on my new channel. That's right, my new channel. For those of you who follow me, I still have my old YouTube channel. All my weddings, commercial stuff is still all on there. So if you do want to see it, I'll put a link in below. So yes, I've made a new channel. And this is going to be very transparent, very personal. And I'm going to be talking about myself, my past, my future, what I want to do with my work and my personal life. So I'm going to get my daughter Isla involved at some point. My partner Jodie maybe, but she hates the camera, so I doubt it very much. But definitely Isla, because she's just as crazy as I was when I was growing up. And yeah, it's going to be good fun, so I'm looking forward to that. So I've got my desk behind me, got my drum kit over in the corner, got the lights set up here. I've got a second camera, which is actually my phone. Very minimalist, this setup. It's a bad angle, especially for this hair right now. Plus it just looks a bit better if I'm going from this camera to this camera to this camera to this camera. Anyway, today I want to do a little quick sort of how to make your photos look better on your phone. Now, as a photographer, I personally use Photoshop and Lightroom, both incredible pieces of software. Pieces of software? It's really good. What we are going to be using today is Lightroom. Lightroom do have a mobile version of their software. It's free, you can pay to have some extra bits and bobs in there. So I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on how to make your photos look just a little bit better. So here we go. Right, so you've got your phone. You need to go to your app store and download the app called Lightroom. It's a free app. Again, you can pay to get some added extra bits in there, but we're just going to get the free one for now. Right, once you've downloaded it, you want to open up the app and import your photo. I'm just going to punch this in a bit more. First, we're going to go through the basics, then we're going to add some little extras in there. Okay, so first of all, I go straight into the light tab. Here you've got things like your exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, all that sort of thing. And then up in the top right hand corner there, you've got your curves. We're going to start with just the exposure here. Now, I'm just going to expose it a little more and just add a little contrast. Contrast is going to give it a bit more saturation as well, so just bear that in mind. The highlights are blown out in the background, so I'm going to bring them highlights down. Now the shadows, I'm just going to bring them up because her eyes are a little dark. You could blow the highlights out with the whites, so be careful there. In this case, I'm going to go for a bit of a vintagey look, so I'm going to bring the whites down just to sort of flatten them, and then bring the blacks out as well. So at this point, I've enhanced all the shadows and just giving it a bit more life with the contrast and colour. In the curves, this is a bit advanced, but what I'm going to do here is pull down the shadows, add a midpoint then, and the highlights, and bring the whites right down. Again, this is going to add a bit more contrast. Okay, next we're going to go over to the colour, and the white balance should be fine, but you can readjust the white balance if you want. But for me, this looks fine, so I'm not really going to touch anything there. Right now, in this top right hand corner, you've got the mix. This is the part of the app that I use a lot. With most apps, you can use filters. Now what that does is put a filter over the image, and it ruins it, if I'm honest. What we're going to do now is manipulate the individual colours in the photo. I'm starting to sound really intense and advanced now, but just go with it, Now the reds, oranges and yellows are like your skin tones, kind of. It's pretty self-explanatory. Reds are going to be the reds in the photo, oranges and yellows, greens, blues, that sort of thing. Now you can shift the hue and you can see that it's changing the lips and the colours in the flowers, so we don't really want to mess around with that too much. Same with the oranges. If I move the hue there, a lot of skin tones are going to be in the oranges there, as you can see, so we don't really want to mess with that. So what I am going to do though is just pull it down just a little tiny bit and just bring that saturation down just a smidge. Now the luminance is like the exposure in them colours, sort of. Other photographers are going to be watching this thinking, mate, you're getting it all wrong. But anyway, just go with it. So I'm going to drop the saturation a bit there. I tend to bring the yellows down to the more orange side, and it gives it a bit more of a warmer touch. Add a bit of saturation there. I'm going to leave the luminance, I think, where it is. With the greens, now there are greens in this image. Obviously, if you desaturate them or mess around with the hue, it can give it a bit of an autumny look. Go too much to the right, very PGA golf looking. I'm just going to pull the hue down a little bit to the left and just drop the saturation a bit. Maybe punch the luminance. There's not much there in the cyan, but in the blues, I'm going to drop the saturation and take it to the left a bit and just bring up the luminance just a little bit. In my opinion, it already looks better. If you hold it and release, you can see the before and after. Now, if you was to put a filter over this, you'd be manipulating different colors at the same time and it just wouldn't look right. So trust me, going into the color tab and playing with them individually, you're gonna get a better result, trust me. Now next you've got the effects tab here. You've got things like texture clarity, you've got a vignette, you can go old school or go really old school with the white. I wouldn't suggest that. I'm just gonna leave it as it is for now. Do you know what? To me, that just looks better already. I'm just gonna zoom out real quick because that's a bit too close. So that's it guys, very, very quick that one. Just a few things you can do just to make your photos look so much better. I personally use this, it's linked to my desktop version. Everything I do over there gets synced onto my phone. It's very easy to use. Once you've done it once or twice, you know what you're doing. If you like this guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe because again, this is my new channel and I don't have any subscribers just yet. Also, you can hit the bell so it will notify you when I do upload a video, which will be soon. I promise it will be soon. Anyway, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, yeah, I'll see you then. Not sure what else I can talk about. I've got to make this video look good. It's my first one. Oh, I love this episode. Friends. I'm still watching Friends like a decade later. This is going to take me forever to edit this. Oh, my throat is killing me. I need a drink. Cup of tea. Tea time. Tea time.